What's going on, everybody? My name is Aiden and welcome back to another video. Welcome to a Q&A about the Chicago Bulls, because that's honestly what I think this is going to be, more than just another game reaction. Yes, I know we played against the Detroit Pistons, and I know we didn't win a quarter, and I know we got blown out again, and I know that the one thing I said that was very hard to do, and that's beat a team on back-to-back nights, the Pistons did to us with absolute effortless ease. I'm well aware of all these things. I'm well aware that the Bulls have disappointed again, losing by 18 points. I get it. I completely and utterly get it. But I simply don't have much to say about the game today. And as much as I'd like to make you feel better, I can't. I can't do that to you. I can't do that to myself. I don't feel good. This team is not good. Bulls fans do not feel good. So I have questions I need to ask. And I don't know where the answers are going to come from. I don't know if I have the answers. I don't know if the Bulls have the answers. I don't know if anyone has the answers. But I guess we're going to start asking questions in this video. Before we get any further, if you liked the video and you want to see more from me, drop a like, drop a follow, and or subscribe if you are new. And let me know in the comments below your thoughts about the Bulls, their game today. Don't worry about the play of the game again. We lost this game 128 to 110. And here are some of the questions that I have to ask. First and foremost, why is Billy Donovan still the head coach of the Chicago Bulls? Now, I've already asked this question before, and to be honest, we'll never know the answer. We'll never know the answer. I think the answer is simple. I think AK and Eversley just really like Billy Donovan. And at the end of the day, no matter how mediocre he has been as the head coach of the Chicago Bulls, it looks like that love has remained unfazed. You know what? I got to give it up to AK, man. His loyalty's impeccable. He's more loyal than most of the guys out here in the world. Like, honestly, it's insane. But at the end of the day, when changes need to be made, changes need to be made. And these changes are very clear and obvious. It's not like we've been just figuring it out now. We've known for years that Billy Donovan probably should not be the head coach of the Chicago Bulls. And I'm not even saying Billy Donovan's a bad head coach. Don't get me wrong, I'm not saying that. He's just not the right one for the Bulls. He's not. He's not the right one for us. Doesn't mean if he doesn't go and join a different team, he won't have massive success. I believe specific teams, he could do very well with them. But for the Bulls, it just hasn't worked. And again, it's the definition of insanity. We've gone with the same head coach for 4 seasons, and we've got the same results for 4 seasons. And of course, sticking with him, expecting a different result doesn't make sense to me. So that's the first question. Why is Billy Donovan still here? Please let me know the answer. I'd like to know. Number 2. Is AK truly confident in what he says? Does he truly mean what he says? Because he said that this team's not tanking, basically. He said this team, he wants them to compete for playoff success. He wants them to make the playoffs because of the growth of the team and how important that will be. You know what? I don't even have a problem with that assessment. If we made the playoffs with this team, the growth is going to be very important. A lot of young guys that need playoff experience will get playoff experience. But does he truly believe this team is good enough for that? Like, does he really deep down think trading Zach LaVine for our own first round pick? I'm sorry, the guys that we've gotten in has not been good enough. I mean, I like Trey Jones, but other than that, I've not been impressed. Does he really believe that this team is good enough to be in the play-in and to get out of the play-in and make the playoffs? I can't believe it. I think deep down he knows that this team was not going to be good enough if they traded Zach LaVine. And you know what? I don't know what to say about it. Like, I can't blame him for trying to be an optimist and trying to give Bulls fans optimism, even though deep down he probably knows this team sucks. And I know he can't publicly say he is tanking, but man, he sounds delusional sometimes, is what I'm trying to say. So, does AK really believe what he thinks, or what he said about this Bulls team? That's the second question I have about, obviously, this entire situation. The third question I have: who's going to step up? Who's going to step up and be the leader on this team? It's clear Vucevic is not going to be the leader of this team. At 30, whatever years old he is, he wants to go and he should have left. Simple as that. But other than Vucevic, there are a lot of young guys on this team. Who's going to step up today? Who's going to step up in the future? Who's going to be the main guy on this team? Because so far, All I've seen is a bunch of players that have not played well, and maybe one player in that game, in specific games, have a good game. For example, no one played well today except for Ayo Dosunmu. Not one person. Zilch. Ayo even got technical fouled in this game. Crazy. Don't think I've ever seen that before. Like, that's what we're going off right now. Ayo had a great game and nobody else. And next game, it might be Kobe White that has a great game and nobody else. The game after, it might be Vucevic that has a great game and nobody else. Who's going to be the number one option? Who's going to be the number one guy on this team? So far, it looks like a whole bunch of number twos, even less at this point. So who's it going to be? Who's going to be the guy to step up and bring us out of the absolute massacres that we've been experiencing over the last 2 games? Maybe even more. Who's going to be the guy? We have our options. We have guys that we think it could be, but so far no one's delivered consistently. So who's it going to be? I guess we're going to have to figure that out after the All-Star break now, won't we? We're going to have 2 weeks to reflect on that now, won't we? Well, someone's going to have to figure it out. I don't know who it's going to be. Should be an interesting question that needs to be answered. Oh boy. Fourth. I'm going to quickly check, just in case I'm wrong about this. In relation to the Chicago Bulls, why is Bazelis only getting 26 minutes? And you saying that like 26 minutes is not bad. But if we're going to go full tank mode, and we're going to go full youngsters, Bazelis should be getting what minutes a superstar should be getting. The 30-pluses, you know? Maybe it's because we sucked. Maybe it's sort of, okay, well, look, we're not going to get anything out of the game. Bring in reserves. Maybe it's that type of situation. Bazelis should be getting more minutes. And that's another question to have to ask. Will he get more minutes in the future? I sure as heck hope so. Because, again, I think he's the only silver lining in this Bulls team at the moment. So, questions, right? How many questions did I ask? I don't know what to make of this team. I don't know if there is much hope for this team. I don't know if this team is worth watching. I honestly don't know. I can't give you answers here. I think we're all left a little bit confused. We're all left a little bit shell-shocked. Because, again, I expected things to be bad when we traded Zach LaVine. I think everybody did. I expected us to lose games. But once again, no one likes to lose games in these type of ways. And the Pistons have done it to us twice. We showed a little bit of fight in the first half, and then we gave it up ever since. That's what happened. We had a good first quarter. That's it. Other than that, went downhill. When are we going to start playing defense? I mean, we've literally had lineup changes that should improve us defensively. It should. So why are we giving up 128 points in that game? We don't have Zach LaVine anymore, so you put a defender and Ayo in the game. Kobe White that at least tries defensively. Josh Giddey, not much. Bazelis, again, still a lot to learn. Vucevic doesn't play any defense. I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I don't have much to say. My player of the game, I mean, I know I give Vuce a lot of stick, but he had 21 and 13 today with 5 assists. But I'm going to give it to Ayo because at least he's the only one that showed some fight in the game. He got tech fouled. He was chirping up. This team needs some of that because we look absolutely lost out there. We look like deer in the headlights. That's what we look like. It's not good enough. What questions do you have? Heck, maybe we have 2 weeks to discuss it. Drop your questions in the comments if you want. And let's do a Q&A type of video here. Let's answer some questions together. Why not? What else do we have to lose? Clearly, losing games is all we have at the moment. So, thank you for watching. I'm disappointed. I want to sleep. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe, stay healthy, and stay tuned for more. Take care, and peace.